As this last quarter of the year is creeping up, what plans do you have in place to make sure your self-care is on point so that you have the energy and the power in your body to make it a beautiful one? Hello, and welcome to the Connect Podcast. This show is all about helping you connect to your soul's calling so you can take action on it. Because the sweetest success is a blend of discovering your purpose with the inner drive to bring it to life. I'm Sheila, health coach, lifestyle entrepreneur, and mom of two, best known for my online wellness programs, mentoring, and self-love passion. Listen in for inspiring interviews, solo chats, and Q&A sessions that will move you past overwhelm towards what lights you up. Stop accepting good enough and go for your version of great in your health, business, and relationships. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to today's episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. And I have been busy behind the scenes working on a really special offer for you to participate in the coming season. I'm going to be opening doors on August 25th to an experience that is going to help you feel as powerful in your body as you do in your business, in your career, in the boardroom. Life gets full. Life gets busy. You have a lot of commitments to people, events, activities in your life. What is the first thing that tends to go for you in terms of busy schedules? What is the first thing that you wish you had time to do, but that sometimes lets slide? Often it is self-care. In my world, the women that come to me tell me this exact thing. And as a self-care strategist, I love being able to help women look into their lives, into their schedules, to be able to determine what are their highest value habits and rituals that they want to participate in on a regular basis to make them feel their best. Wellness is not one size fits all. Everybody has different needs, different desires, and also different things that make them feel good. And I love to work alongside of women to help them uncover what those things are. A while ago, I had an experience where life got really full with things landing in my life that I wasn't expecting. It was a time where I was caring for family, working on my online business, as well as maintaining my relationship with my husband and some other extended family connections. And all of a sudden, someone close to me got really sick. And for me to be able to be there and be of service because my heart really longed to serve, a lot of things fell away. And what became very clear to me was what my highest priorities were, what my highest value action items were in my life. All the frivolous stuff fell away. And there's always a time for the frivolous stuff. Like, I love having fun. I love being able to just have long conversations and get to know people. I love to go out to dinner. I love to go meandering in the woods with friends on beautiful walking trails. I love to watch cloud formations. I love to go to new cities and travel and explore. And that, what some people would call frivolity, is what is the essence of life. We need to infuse joy and beautiful immersive experiences in our life. And often we don't do those things because our time is so stretched. Life gets real busy, and everyone else's priorities can easily crowd out yours because you don't have the strategy in place to help you keep that front of mind on your calendar. Sometimes it's your own beautiful goals that get in the way. They take over your life. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're creating something from nothing, it can take over your mind. It can take over your life. And you think about it 24/7. I'm very familiar with this feeling. And all of a sudden, it takes away from you being present with those you care about. And it takes away from the time or the intensity of like an exercise or fitness routine or taking the time to actually eat those foods that are nourishing to you because you're rushing, you just want to maximize the day. It can take away from your sleep because maybe you work late into the evening and you get up very early. These are all things that happen to the best of us. And I have to say, the thing that has been so transformative for me to witness in others, as well as myself during that time where all of the frivolous stuff fell away, the things that were really in many ways wasted time, because while, in some ways you can say nothing's wasted because we all learn from every moment of our life. But there are those times, like let's say when social media first came and became a thing in the mid 2008, 2009, we all started to realize how quickly time could be lost as we're scrolling on a phone. It's like, whoa, where did an hour go? And hopefully, if you're like many people I now am in contact with, we have stricter boundaries with our phones, with our technology, so that we're not mindlessly wasting time, because that to me can be wasted time. If you are scheduling it and really being intentional with the amount of time that you do that stuff, it can be really entertaining. It can be enjoyable. Listening to these podcasts is something that you can schedule in that hopefully I hope to add value so that you're actually getting something that can enhance your life as you're listening from myself or from the guests that I have on. And I have some beautiful guests that I've had interviews with back in the spring that you're going to hear in the fall. So stay tuned. I'm very excited about these conversations. And as we look at being more intentional with our time, we see the precious quality that time really is. If you can be investing your time in those things that are really going to enhance your life, it can add years to your life, perhaps. Of course, there's no promises to that, but often when you're investing time in taking care of your body, it's possible you could actually live a little longer, or at least live with a better quality of life. We do know, and people hear this all the time, there are certain habits and things that can happen in our life that can maybe shorten our life and maybe take away the quality of our life. There's a plethora of things that can do that. But if you're listening to this podcast, obviously, to me, you're interested in growth. You're interested in seeing what your next level is, what your next growth edge that you're advancing towards is, and you want to enjoy the journey. We want to have joy. We want to have that sense of peace that we are making some form of progress, because that is deeply connected to having a meaningful life. Knowing that what you're putting out into the world, the people and relationships in your life, that you're impacting them in a positive way and hopefully receiving that symbiotic connection as well. So this offering that I'm putting together, I'm going to be sharing more about when you go to a link that I'm going to be putting into the show notes. If you go to sheilabatello.com/strategy, there is a form to fill out and then a calendar link at the bottom of the form for you to book a call to talk with me about this program. And so here are some details about what this is all about. This is designed for high-achieving women who want to feel as powerful in their body as they do in their business. You may have found that previous attempts at dialing in your self-care and being consistent with those habits, those strategies in your life to help keep you feeling well and focused and strong and energized, they sometimes falter because life gets in the way. Well, we're going to talk about how we can create a consistency for you that doesn't feel like work and that doesn't add a ton of activity to your schedule, but it actually helps you create more space. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Oh, it's so wonderful. So the offer that I'm putting out is a 6-week program. It'll be starting in a few weeks. And again, if you go to sheilabatello.com/strategy, you'll be able to see a little form to fill out. It's very quick. And then a calendar link to book a time to talk with me over the next 7 days. I have several days marked that you can chat with me. And ultimately, it is a self-care challenge. A 6-week self-care challenge. And the name is yet to be revealed. I wanted to keep that a little bit of surprise. I'm going to be continuing to talk about this on my stories and in various platforms that I am on. And I wanted to make sure that I came on today to tell you about it because as we approach the fall, it seems like time speeds up and all of a sudden it's Christmas. And you may find yourself thinking, oh, I had all these desires and plans to start some new habits once everything was back into routine. And once in the Northern Hemisphere, perhaps if you've been on vacation, once everything's back to quote normal with work, school, in your family, if you have kids, or just like the whole vibe that is happening. And wherever you are in the world, I'm not sure what August looks like for you, but it seems like there is this theme of a little bit more relaxation and then a starting to ramp up into this last quarter of the year. I love to look at my year in quarters or seasons. And isn't it beautiful that that is how our world was designed and in seasons so that we can create a vibe that we want to follow 4 times a year. We get to reevaluate, we get to rest, we get to try new things, and we always have a starting point again. We don't have to wait for the beginning of the year. We can do it every day, every month, every season. And beautiful things can happen in a 90-day period with any goal that you have, your health, your relationships, your business, any kind of growth you're looking for. So this particular 6 weeks coming partially at the end of August into September is going to set you up so that you can feel that power in your body, that energy, that strength, and feel proud of yourself for being consistent with those things that are going to make you feel so good as you then go out and achieve the goals you've set for this first quarter or last quarter of the year. I hope you'll join me. It's going to be a really incredible time to be able to move into your growth edge, move into a more powerful version of who you are on the inside that is just waiting to come out. You're powerful already. And if you've been feeling like previous attempts at getting your self-care and your wellness in check keep falling flat, this can help you make strides in the direction that you want to go. And you get to decide what it looks like. You get to decide what those things are that you focus on. And I am here to guide you in it. It's one of my most favorite things to do. I love this so much because the stories I get from people when they actually dial in these things that are important to their wellness and their self-care, they see everything else in their life elevating. Their relationships, their focus, their sleep, and their well-being. When they put their head on the pillow at night, they feel a sense of satisfaction with how their day went. And it started with their self-care. So I invite you to join me. Go to sheilabatello.com/strategy. I look forward to meeting up with you one-to-one on Zoom and then to give you all the juicy details about what is to come for you. I'm excited. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Big blessings. Thank you so much for being here with me on the Connect podcast. If you like this episode, please share it with someone you think would enjoy it. Also, if you head over to iTunes to leave a review, I'd be so grateful. Let us know what your favorite parts were and what you'd like to hear more of. It will help us have a greater impact, elevating many more people to grow and succeed together. See you next time.